I was doing an email and I got all distracted. A minute late. What is the meaning of this? What shoddy service. Friends, Gregory Cockery here. It is our Wildwood Takeover Day, which is Tuesday. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 3 p.m. Central Time. We've been doing it since the last week in March of 2020. You believe that? With very few exceptions. I think there was a couple days off in that entire time. But for the most part, we've been bringing the heat. Okay? Bringing the heat. I'm just going to share this with a few folks real quick like a bunny, and then we will converse about this glorious instrument that's in my hand. Another Wildwood 1055 Strat. Boy, I dig them. I diggity doggone dig these guitars. And this black, I always had a thing with the Blackies. You know what I mean? The Clapton-esque Blackie type guitar. It looks... There's something about the shiny black against the stark white, single-ply white pickguard that just satisfies. It's magically delicious. Whoa! That was the Lucky Charms there for you. Kind of feel like this guitar is a Lucky Charm. My luck has changed dramatically since opening the case. I'm just going to share this a couple more places. Just please have patience. I know people tuning in for the first time are nonplussed by the fact that I'm on my phone. So sorry, music friends. But sometimes I just got to do it. All right, post, done. Okay. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. You big cuddly bear, Greg. Thanks, Daniel. I appreciate that. I kind of feel like a cuddly bear. Folks, exciting news other than this glorious Wildwood 1055 Stratocaster is, look what came in the mail today. Koch Marshall Trio CDs, which we're signing up this weekend when Toby comes down. And look at those handsome stallions in there. Oh, yes. There's the back of it. You recognize this? My buddy Paul Stewart from Scotland did this artwork based, of course, on my hats. And he sent us that cool poster. Another one of my favorite posts on the old inner. Hang on, let me show you what else we got. And then we have, for the first few hundy people, we're throwing in a Koch Marshall Trio refrigerator magnet. Are you kidding me? From the up now, it's coming. So if you haven't already purchased one, by all means, go to gregkoch.com and feast, and we will set you up. That's all there is to it. Huh? Yeah. Can you dig it all, friends? Now this is this is a 7.5 pound Stratocaster, a 55 Wildwood 10 Strat, and it is delicious. Greetings from the home of rock and roll. Thomas Cleveland in the house, ladies and gentlemen. That's where the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is, in Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, free Strat with every CD. Magical. Wouldn't that be great, David? Wouldn't that be great if that was the world we lived in? Let's buy a CD and get a custom shop relic Stratocaster. Wouldn't that be fantastic? But unfortunately, that is not. How is the neck on this beauty? Well, Maddie K, let me tell you a little story. These 55 Strats have a 54U neck on them, which is delicious. It's the same neck that I have on my 55 Wildwood 10 Telly. So it's not quite as immense as the 51 No-Caster U, but it's got some girth to it, and it's quite delightful. It's quite delightful. Yeah, Maddie, how is your Golden Beast treating you? Maddie K out there, he's on YouTube at present. Got one of the new Gristle Masters. There has been some confusion with some folks, like, where can we buy these things? Well, not unfortunately for the people that got them, or for me, or for Wildwood. The whole first shipment was pre-sold. So they were gone before they even had a chance to post them. I think there may have been one gold one posted and it was gone lickety-split. But the good news is that the temporary lull that we thought was going to take place in production that was going to be a couple of months out, it's not going to happen. So there are going to be guitars on subsequent shipments coming in every month. So there should be resupply coming very, very soon of my new signature Gristlemaster. Can you dig it? Mm-hmm. Paul says, get your CD and a Strat for $5,000, $5,012 today at Wildwood. Somehow I think we could probably do that. What? Although I'd have to get the CDs out to the Wildwoodsmen. She ran calling Wildwood. Wow. I bursted into song there. Saw a tan Gristlemaster on Marketplace. A tan Gristlemaster? Oh, you probably a... Billy, was it tan? Wouldn't have been tan, unless it was the POW yellow. Probably was that one, maybe, right? I've made it to Gristletown, baby. Yes, you have, Mr. Makowski. Come, welcome. Genia, what's going on? How about some Shirley Blues? Oh, all right, we can do some kind of a blues. This doggone looper! Ah! Here we go. this guitar. Ooh. Another Strat, Paul Brown. Another Strat is in the house. This one is a Wildwood 1055 Stratocaster in the mighty black. And you know about these Wildwood 10s, but let's just say it again. Special recipe made in the Fender Custom Shop for Wildwood specifs. It's got a 10-inch radius, 61 of 5 frets, quarter sawn neck, special lightweight body, and special pickups, hand-wired in the Fender Custom Shop. Can you dig it? Wow. Keeping good tune, too. It is, Mark, considering it's right out of the box. Sometimes they come out of the box, I got to do battle with them. Greg, awesome blues guitar solo. Thank you very much. Any tips for improving a blues solo? I'm a pro beginner. I see you, Francesco. I see you. Is Paul Brown from Wildwood, Illinois? No, Paul Brown is originally from Detroit Rock City, but he's living out there in Colorado. He's Rocky Mountain, hey. Because for those who aren't aware, Wildwood is out in Louisville, Colorado, which is in Boulder County. And it's a cool area, I might add. Although I'm very depressed to know that one of my favorite restaurants is no more out there, since I used to go to breakfast there damn near every day. And it's closed because of COVID hours. You know what? Doggone it. Is that a 55 Snark? Actually, this is a Fishman FT2 tuner, ladies and gentlemen. And... you know, some people get upset about the headstock tuners. They think that that distracts from the overall presentation and cool guy rating of the individual in question. And I have to say, poop. Going through the Koch amp today, Greg, I am indeed, my friend. However, I'm going through the clean sound on that, but to add a little heat, I'm using that Wildwood exclusive ODS 181 from Jetter Pedals. I believe there's another shipment in over at the Wildwoods. So that's what I use when I'm engaging in loopage with the MXR clone looper. I'll put a clean sound down on that rascal, and then I'll add a little heat with the Jetter, which got a different voicing for my Gristle King. I love my Gristle King with the clean boost, but I've been using the Jetter because when I do the Wildwood things, it's like it's all about Wildwood, and they have these for sale out there. So, and I love the sound of it. So that's why I'm using that. That's how Sneakerfoot returns. That's right, Sassy Cat. Sneakerfoot has returned. Francesco asked about doing a blues solo. You know what, friends? Little things I do. Let's just pause for a minute for that. I do. Everyone does. Can't escape it. Listen, I do some Skype lessons, and when I do so, a lot of times people will ask. So I've got little things that I impart with people other than just actual licks and scales and different stylistic techniques that one can do. But just a handy dandy thing that I think is good for developing a blues solo, or any kind of solo really, is to do some kind of sequential playing where you'll play something, kind of respond to it, maybe it's a direct call and response. Maybe it's that you do it down an octave, then up an octave, some kind of just permutation of the sequence, and that just kind of build things up. And I also like to say, try to not let any more than like 3 or 4 notes go by before you add a slide, a bend, a vibrato, or something guitar-y. And that'll keep you in the moment. And there's not going to be an alarm going off after 3 notes. I want to put that right into your heads right away. It's not going to be, woo, that was 6. Woo, pull over. No, that's not going to be the case. I'm just saying as a general kind of rule of thumb, try to keep in mind trying to add all that kind of cool, slidey, bendy type of phrasing as you're developing your solo. That's going to keep you pithy and more emotive. Pithy and emotive. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Pithy and emotive. There you go. Phrases, exactly. Play some funk. I love hearing you play funky stuff. Well, I appreciate that, Rudy. We can do that. We can do all of the above. I'm trying to use all the different sounds on this guitar. I have to apologize because my room's a little buzzy here. It's not the guitars. I mean, they are single coil pickups. And so when I'm in the single coil pickup mode, it's a little buzzy. And I think we've got so much stuff plugged in now that, I tried to get some ground loops in on some stuff and plug things into the same circuit, and we're still getting a little bit of a buzz. And I don't notice it when I'm using my Fishman pickups because, of course, they're noise canceling, so I don't have a problem with it when I'm doing all that stuff. But I do know this. But that's just the way it goes. Nathan says, I love the buzz. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Robert O'Brien says, pithy and emotive were the 2 missing dwarves. Right on, my friend. Right on. Does Wildwood have an HPP 6 gun? Billy Carter, go to that Savory website and all your secret dreams will come true. Is the snare off? Yes, I think it is. Yes, it is. Sassy Cat, are you toying with me? Sassy Cat is toying with me. Cody Hicks says, see you in Dallas. You will indeed. You will indeed. That sweet loopy-doop. All right, let's do something a little funkified. What should we do? Let's do a little bit of a tune since we were talking about the new Koch Marshall CD, Koch Marshall Trio CD from the Up Now. There's a tune that I would do in the Wildwood videos that ended up becoming a song and is on the new record, and it kind of goes like this. You get the idea. You get the idea. It is a quacky devil, isn't it? I dig it. It's got a lot of quack-tack-a-lacka. Quack-tack-a-lacka, these are technical terms. And again, I am going through my Koch amplifier, the Greg. There should be new ones actually out at Wildwood coming in soon. Originally, as you can see over here, it's in that kind of sonic blue Tolex, which is what I desired. And some people are like, can we get it without the sonic blue? I'm like, no. But now you can, okay? Because I'm all about the people. And so are the people at Koch amplifiers. So there is going to be black Tolex available and red Tolex. Kind of almost more of a wine red. No, not wine red. Burgundy red. I don't know what kind of red. Maroonish. Not maroon. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. You can see it online. And then there's also going to be a black Tolex head and black Tolex 212 cabinet. And there you go. Can you dig it? Do, 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 do. Mm-hmm. I'm going to erase that previous thing. And I can do that by pressing this down like so. And then going... That's not it. Sorry about that, folks. I did it again. Drade did it again. Oh, for the love of peace. You know, you just can't win sometimes. You can't win for losing. We men call that dark red. Thanks, Murray. Thanks for the help. I appreciate that. They should do a yellow one. You can match the Gristle Master and the Koch amp together. Oh, Michael, I see you. You're a powerful warrior. Michael Berea. Yeah. Yeah. It was kind of speaking in tongues. The thing went backward there for a minute. What's my favorite Hendrix riff? That's a good question. I do like many of them. Of course, you know, it's a good one. Hang on. Come on now. Don't be messing with me. Don't be messing with me, Mr. Guitar. Yeah, that's a little, you got me floating off that Axis Bold as Love activity. As you can see, the Strat delivers those tasty tones. The Strat delivers the tasty tone. crazy, huh? So that's my delay I have going through the effects loop. Little Zoot Allures-ish. But it's a single repeat with just a little bit of that delay modulation. Little extemporaneous version of an old tune of mine called Tonus Diabolicus for the kids. Tonus Diabolicus for the kids. Volume control. Got a delay. Let the good times roll. Diddle-da-doo. Can you dig it? Yes. Good for using the volume control. So if I have, like this stuff on. Put a delay on, that's one repeat, and all of a sudden. You hear that? Yes. Yes. Do I tour? Yes, when there's not a pandemic at hand, I do tour. And with my band, the Koch Marshall Trio, which my son on drums, Dylan, and Toby Lee Marshall on the Hammond organ, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all we do. That's all we do. What setting is it on? It's on the eighth note. Rant. That's also, you'd like to do that for chords, as well, like. Hey, Greg, remember our meeting at the Music Moscow exhibition 2007? Oh, thank you, sir. I do remember that. That was good. Was that 2007 already? Good Lord. That was a while back. 2007. Trying to think, was that the last time I was there? I might have been there a couple years before that, too. I think that is true. We were there 2007, and then I was there maybe 2 years prior to that. Or maybe I was there after that. I think I was there after that by myself. But I was there once with the band, and then once by myself. This is a 55. So again, to reiterate, do I ever play any bluegrass? Yeah, here and there. I mean, nothing real. I do my own little chicken picking variation. I hear you have a new songbook coming out. What are the names of the tunes included? That's a good question, and I can't remember. Let me see what I got. I'll let you know right now. Because I picked them from all the various... Double the Gristle! It's going to be final... It's going to be up very soon. That is a record of mine, folks, from 1995, and it was a double CD, half live and half studio, and the kids loved it. Because I do some... it was the band live doing crazy things, as we did back in the day. And I'm just going to copy people on this, FYI. Sorry, folks. It's always something with Drade. Okay, I'm trying to find something. I'm going to find the list of the songs just for your listening and dining pleasure. So I need Jeff Schradel from Helen Jeffrey Schradel from Helen Jeffrey Schradel. Here are the tunes. Welch's Grape, Sweet Tea, Foolish Mortals, Chief's Blues, Spank It, Rex Charmer, Absinthe, Toby Arrives, Sin, Repent, Repeat, Them's the Breaks, Standing on Shaky Ground, The Stumble, Spanish Wine, JSK, and Hey Godzilla. I think that was the original list, I think. I think that's the list. Or maybe did we... I think we were going to put... hang on a second here. Let me see what the last... Very late. Hold on. I think we may have included... I think my version of The Stumble from Live on the Radio might be on there as well. Can you dig it? Yeah, all of those will be in the transcription book. So it's going to be a big book. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be chock-filled with standard notation and tabbed out versions of those songs of mine. Does Wildwood ever send you boutique guitars to demo? Yes. You mean other than the Fender Custom Shop stuff? Yeah, I get all kinds of different stuff. I've been getting a lot of Strats lately, but I haven't been minding one doggone bit. But I had a James Tyler a few months back. I've definitely had some Friedmans. It's been a while since I've had a Sir, I think. But yes, certainly when I'm out there, I play all those different guitars. But I have not had one of those guitars here as of late. More Les Pauls. Yeah, I'm always welcome I'm always open to the Les Pauls, ladies and gentlemen. Fender Custom Shop stuff is always welcome as well. Do I have any lesson books, says Steven. Yes, I have about 17, as a matter of fact. I have, the Hal Leonard Guitar Method I co-authored. So the books 1, 2, and 3 that everyone uses to start off on, there's that. And then I did a blues book for them, Hal Leonard Guitar Method, Blues Guitar, Hal Leonard Guitar Method, Country Guitar. Then I did Hal Leonard Guitar Method, Lead Licks, Hal Leonard Guitar Method, Rhythm Riffs. Then I did a book called Guitar Clues, Operation Pentatonic. That book is one of my favorites because I take just a pentatonic scale, major and minor, add some extra little secret sauce notes to it here and there to make it the blues scale, or add the boogie scale, I guess you want to call it, by adding the minor third into the major pentatonic. And then I take that scale and I improvise it with using different bends, pedal steel bends, chicken picking, nostril picking, different vibratos, slides versus bends. And then I have sample improvisations with it that I also transcribe the rhythm parts that I do and play on top of that as well. So it's really a handy dandy guide for activities. And there is a audio CD that comes with that one. Or now they do a code with the book, where you open, it's got a code and you download the jams. And then, yes, Jeff Brown, the Stevie Ray Vaughan DVD lessons were very popular back in the day. Those came out in like 2003. There were 2 different versions. They were part of a Signature Licks series they did. And I decided to do them with the band, which had never really been done at that point, I don't think. And just played little snippets of the songs of, I think there's 8 Stevie Ray tunes on each one of those. And I show, everything from Scuttlebutton to you name it. Pride and Joy, yada, yada, yada. Indian pin on 11 gauge strings. Yes, I like them, Kevin. I had 11s on my telly for a long time. And then the only problem was I liked it. They sounded great. I put them on there to do a couple things because I knew they would sound great. And I thought it would make me pause for a moment to kind of consider more instead of just going, no. And it worked in that regard, but the problem was that every time I'd go overseas to do stuff for Fender or whatever, I would use guitars over there. They all had 10s on them. And then I started doing all the videos for Wildwood, and all those guitars had 10s. So it really didn't make sense to be used to playing 10s on everything else except for the guitars I tour with. So I just switched to 10s on everything, and now I just do that. Come to Asheville sometimes. I'd love to, doggone it. Kevin says, I hate the blues, but I love da blues. I hear you. Love Struck Baby, that's on there as well. Brave New Blues Guitar. Yeah, that's another one I did as well. Billy Gibbons says not to work so hard and go with 8s. Yeah, I just couldn't do that. Especially all the different, well, you know what, it might work. But 10s are reasonable for me to do all the different chording stuff that I do and have the guitar intonate properly, and not for the strings to get a little wiggly here and there because I'm bending them out of tune without doing so inadvertently because of the light gauge of the strings, you see. Come to Chattanooga. Jacob, we're going to try to get all over the damn place as soon as situations change. Can you dig it? Have you tried the Epiphone, Cornet, Wilshire, and Crestwood reissues? I have not tried them yet, to be honest with you. I have not. This 2 position on here is fantaquaculous. Come on now. Come on, you rascal. Come back to Dreed. What slide do I use? Phil asks. I use these Diodario blues slides. I get them a bunch of them at a time, and they're all very friendly morsels. I do like to do some Jimmy Page stuff every now and again. I'm on Quack. I see you. I see you. Quack Attack. Crispy duck. Delicious as well. All this talk about food is making me hungry. It's making me hungers. Again, this is a Wildwood 1055 Strat with a 54 U-shaped neck on it, 6105 frets, 10-inch radius, special Wildwood hand-wound pickups. Wasn't that it? Someone asked for tax-free. Something like that. Sorry, I screwed up on the doggone thing. Jimmy-isms, you know what I mean? Little Jim, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of that Jim. Look at this rascal. I dig it. Again, this particular guitar is indeed described in a link that's either above or below that you can click on. Could you play the beginning of Carlos Dale? That is an interesting little jam, isn't it? That was a tune that was on the Grip, which is now available again on digital formats. It was absent for a while, but now it is back. I'm trying to get my whole collection up online. That is the beginning of Carlos Dale's. It's in G. That's what's going on underneath. Hang on. Son of a gun. Hang on a second. Sometimes it goes into strange tunings if you're not careful, but that's only because it's right out of the box. Rest assured, by the time Wildwood sets it up and you get it, none of that will happen. But when old Drade takes them out of the box, anything can happen. Old Drade. Old Drade. Diddle diddle doo 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 doo. What do we got out there? Yeah, my buddy Josh Smith, he's a good man. He plays, he uses 13s on his guitars. I used a couple of his guitars in a session, and it felt good to me. 13s felt good. You just do it. You just do it. What's on here? 13s. Okay. Did I ever play any Bonneville electrics out of Nashville? No, Jacob, I have not as of yet. Can you dig it? Village. Oh, I do love that song, and I never get tired of playing Villanova Junction, which is a Hendrix-ism. He did it a bunch of different ways throughout the course of 1969 and 70. On the Koch amp, I have this harmonic vibrato, which is very similar to the sound of a univibe. Right? Do bow do ban do do do. Ooh, do 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 do. This is a good sounding strat, Jay. I'm not going to lie to you. It is a good one. Listen to that. That's the sound of that harmonic vibrato. Do all the Koch amps have that? No, hell no. That's on my signature, the Greg. That's one of the reasons why it's a little pricier than most as far as the Koch amps go, because the harmonic vibrato is on board, as well as the OTS feature and all that kind of sweet stuff. We were thinking about making a separate pedal with the harmonic vibrato on it. Although a good pedal that came out recently is my buddy at Jam Pedals in Greece. They came out with a pedal called the Harmonious Monk in conjunction with my buddies from the pedal show. And that's a good little harmonic vibrato as well. They call it harmonic tremolo, but same thing. Same diggity doggone thing. Can you dig it? Do you know what neck shape Jimmy enjoyed the most? I don't. I've heard that those, those two main strats that he used for 69 and 70, he had a white strat and a black strat. The white strat's the Woodstock strat that Mitch Mitchell ended up with. And then the black strat is the one that Yuli John Roth has because Monica Danneman ended up with it. Anyway, those two guitars apparently didn't have really that big of a neck on it. Do I do my own guitar setups? I do not. I bring them to someone to have it done. Although I have to be honest, when I get the guitars from Reverend, my signature guitars, I play them as they come from the factory. They're set up and ready to go. Isn't there a new Koch signature amp coming, one that's smaller? Yes, there is. And that should be coming, I'm hoping May, but as I said, during COVID hours, release dates are optional, I think. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Any tone differences between maple and rosewood necks? Yes, David, in my opinion. The maple's got a little bit of a faster attack and a little brighter sound, and a rosewood is a little softer sounding and a little more mellow, shall we say. Can you dig it? All right, folks. Well, I'll tell you what. I appreciate you tuning in today. Let's see. We got Lee here. Says, "Hi, Greg. I watched you perform in Birmingham, England, before the COVID pandemic hit. Great show. I really enjoyed it. Thank you very much. If you had to pick one guitar as a desert island guitar, what would you choose? All the best, Lee." Well, Lee, it's hard to say. I guess out of all my personal guitars, the two guitars that probably have the most attachment to me are three guitars. My original blue Strat that I ordered from the Fender Custom Shop is a one-off. There's my 53 Telecaster, and then there's the first guitar I got from Reverend as my signature Blucifer Gristle Master. It'd be between those three, I would say, that I would grab. Is Eddie Hazel an influence? No, I would say no. Just because I'm not quite sure who Eddie Hazel is. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm a little slow. Thank you very much. It's a good sounding guitar. Absolutely. Ever met Bootsy? No, not in person, but I did. A buddy of mine's on his record label, as a matter of fact, and he said, "Hey, could you do a video birthday to Bootsy Collins?" I said, "Of course." But I've never actually talked with him or been in the same room. Of course, I'm a fan. Is it possible to ask for a specific speaker when ordering the Koch amp? No, only because they come as they are, and it's hard enough to get the ones. It's hard enough to get them as they come. I suppose if you wanted to, you could. If you ordered one specifically right from Koch, although I think you have to go through the distributor. If you live in America or Canada, it's the same distributor. Ever jam with Jimmy Herring? I have, as a matter of fact, a couple different times with Jazz is Dead. I've known Jimmy for a long time. Long time now, it seems. Probably met him in 1998, maybe 97. Every time he's in town, we get together and cause. We've talked about doing some stuff together, but and then COVID happened, and so we'll see. I would absolutely adore it. He's an absolutely awe-inspiring guitar player, and just hanging out with him is always a good time. And I think it'd be musically very rewarding for all involved, I think. Eddie Hazel that played with. I got you. Now it's making sense to me. It's making sense to me. Sorry, sometimes my brain lapses. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right, folks, listen, I got to roll, but thank you so much for tuning in today. And again, if you're interested in this guitar or in certainly the signature Reverend stuff, that they're getting a lot of the first runs of the Gristle Master or the Gristle 90, as the case may be. So I would call them and get that all happening. Also, don't forget about the, if you guys are into podcasts, the podcast is actually going quite well. A lot of people are enjoying it. I have a podcast called Chewing the Gristle, and had a whole bunch of different guests on there. Everyone from Jason Isbell to Steve Lukather to Josh Smith to Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Steve Warner, Red Volkert, you name it. It just keeps going. So we're having a good old time. We did Devin Townsend this week. That's coming up soon. I think my buddy Charlie Starr's episode is on now from Blackberry Smoke. What a cool cat he is. Guthrie Trapp, Andy Wood, you name it. They're all on there. So Check it out. Fall from Grace, best song ever written. Well, I don't know about that, James, but I certainly appreciate that. Thank you, Keith. I'm glad you're enjoying the podcast. All right, friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.